Shwmai Bawb. Hello everyone, Jason Shepherd here from the Learn Welsh podcast, and today we're going to be looking at an article I found on Wales Online called 26 Things You Should Never Say to a Welsh Person. Now, it does have a few things that we've looked at in other lists, but I thought this was a really fun way of looking at the topic. Anyway, it says that we're usually a pretty easygoing, happy group of people, cheering, singing, dressed as daffodils at sporting events. But much like the Welsh Dragon, we are proud creatures. There are some things that you should never, unless you want a earful or an eye roll. You don't want an eye roll. No, you don't want one of them. For visitors and our lovely neighbours, here's some helpful advice of what not to say. Now, if you're wondering, I'm looking down. My iPad is here with the article on it. Number 1. Nothing causes more rage than, I thought Wales was a city in England. I've never heard that one. I've heard, isn't Wales part of England or in England, but I've never heard the city bit. Yeah, if you say that to a lot of Welsh people, you'll see the steam coming out of their ears about now. like in the picture, but out of the ears. Number 2, but Welsh is a dying language. Does come a close second. Yeah, don't say that to Welsh speakers. Definitely don't. You can say that to a lot of people in places like Swansea, which is very industrial and they don't like the language very much. Some people, lots of us from Swansea, love the language. But don't say it to Welsh speakers. Number 3. Don't show off your amazing Welsh accent. And in brackets it says Indian Jamaican, because a lot of accents, a lot of people taking off Welsh accents really doesn't sound Welsh. It does sound like a bad Indian or Jamaican accent. Don't do them. They sound terrible. Yeah, English person, where are you from? Me, Wales. English person, Wales. Yeah. Don't do that. It doesn't sound good. And they always think, those people that do the accents always think they sound like they've just done the most perfect Welsh accent in the world. You haven't. It's a very bad accent. Number 5. Avoid the words, go on, say something in Welsh. Some people don't mind that, but some people really don't like it. Number 6, or even worse, what's that really long place name? But there are some of us, like myself, who love it when you say that, because that is our party piece. Llanfair pwch gwingich o gerich o'n drobach hantasilio go go goch. And you have to say it fast or it doesn't all come out. And then they've got a photo here of the video of Liam Dutton pronouncing it. Now, Liam isn't from Wales. He's an English guy, but he learnt it to say it on the weather forecast on Channel 4, it says here. So, I've heard him. It's brilliant. Really, really good. Number 7, yes, we have electricity, the internet, running waters, and Nando's. Yes, some people think we live in the dark ages in Wales, and we don't. We have everything you have got, except our phone signals are not always as good as they should be, especially in the rural areas. Well. Number 8, and please don't ask if our fathers are miners or farmers, although a lot of them are. Oh, my glasses have fallen down a lot today. Sorry, let me just... There we are. That's better. Actually, I don't have miners or farmers in the family as far as I know. Industry, working in the steelworks, definitely, which is another stereotype about Wales, or they all work in the steelworks. Well, yes, I'm from Swansea. A lot of people in my family and nearby, neighbours, etc., they worked in steelworks. Number 9, don't ever call us a principality. Now, just another way of saying this, I want to get this across in a different way. Don't ever call us a principality. Or I'll try it a different way. Don't ever call us a principality. Hundreds of years ago, we were a principality, but now, once again, we are back to being officially a country. We always were a country, but it's official again and has been for many, many years. Number 10, and while we're at it, this is still the Millennium Stadium. I can't remember the new name of the stadium, but yes, it will always be the Millennium Stadium to us. And this will always be the Severn Bridge. Yes, they renamed it recently to Prince of Wales Bridge. I can't even say it, it's so horrible. Pont Tywysog Cymru. It is the Severn Bridge. It will never be the Prince of Wales Bridge. If you want to know why a lot of Welsh people are not happy with the title Prince of Wales, this isn't the video for you. But maybe I will do a video about that one day. Maybe I will. 1969. The investiture. Right. Number 12. Never try to explain why God Save the Queen is our anthem. It's not, and it never will be. My heimlad fy nhadau yn annoel I mi. The country of my fathers is dear to me. That is the first line of our national anthem. Gwlad, gwlad, pleidio oeddym gwlad. My country, my country. We are very protective about our national anthem. You'll hear it sung with passion and pride at every rugby match, every Wales rugby match. Don't ask us, why do you hate the English? We don't. It's complicated and you risk getting a long history lesson. We don't hate the English, except during rugby matches against the English. It's not hate even then. I'm joking, but it's long, it's complicated. Again, maybe I'll do a video on it, but it'll be contentious. There'll be people taking different sides, so maybe not. Oh, we'll see. But yeah, it's a complicated subject. Number 14. Oh, you're from Wales. My friend's mother's cousin's aunt is from Wales. Do you know her? Probably, actually. But yeah, normally if you ask us that, we are a country of 2.5 million people, so it's unlikely we will know your family member. But you never know. Number 15. We will simply never agree on how to pronounce these two names. Yeah, somebody says here, Egg says here on Twitter, really makes me uncomfortable when people pronounce it Primark instead of Primark. Number 16. You're only good at football because of Gareth Bale. Well, I'm sure we've had many, many good Welsh football players, but I'm not really into sports, especially not football or rugby, so I can't answer that question. But when I said that to my wife, I read this out to my wife earlier, she went, that's not true. There's many good players. So that answers that question. Number 17. If you want to avoid a long conversation, don't ask what the word hiraeth means. And sure, they say, it means I bloody love Wales, okay? Right, I've explained hiraeth before. I never quite gotten to grips with the full meaning because it's so encompassing. But it means, it's like a fire burning in your belly. And it's just yeah, we won't go into it now. It just means you really, really, really love Wales with a passion. I was asked that question once and I did go on for quite a while explaining it. Number 18. Oi, what's occurring? Is not the best way to greet us. Do you know what? I don't know if that is an actual Welsh phrase or not. But I had never heard it before Gavin and Stacey, before the show. Never heard that before. So it may be and it may not be. I don't know if it's a real phrase or not. Oh, what's occurring? And no, we don't know whose coat is that jacket. I've read lots of articles saying, lots of Welsh people say that. I've never heard it, except on telly, something like Gavin and Stacey, I've heard it said, or something similar. Catherine Williams says, to be honest, I don't think I've ever heard the phrase, whose coat is that jacket? No offence like. #real valleys. Number 20. Oh, and we've never shagged a sheep. Well, I never have. Honest. No, never. Number 21. Rugby is life. Never insult it. For many people, rugby is life. I've never been a big rugby fan, particularly, so it's not my life. But I understand. I have many family members who love rugby, so I understand why they love it so much. I've seen it. I've seen how people love rugby. Is everything to them. If you said rugby or your marriage, some blokes would say, I've got to think about that. Number 22, for your own safety, avoid talking about this. This moment, it says, never happened. That's when England a few years ago won the Rugby World Cup. We don't talk about it. Number 23, this show never happened. Oh God, no. MTV's The Valleys was not our finest moment, it says. It was an awful, awful show. It was terrible. And the people in it, it was like Towie times 20. The characters were awful in it. If all Welsh people were like that, well, I don't know. It was shaming to watch it. It really was. 24. Oh, and by the way, the Valleys is a specific area. It isn't the whole of Wales. Nice picture of some valleys there for you. No, it isn't a whole part of Wales, but people outside of Wales often think it is. Number 25. Why don't you just get the train? And it says here, I'm afraid it's not that simple, boys. No, it's not. If you go from Swansea, Cardiff, Newport, to Bristol, go on a long line, perfect. But if you want to get to somewhere like Aberystwyth, you have to go all the way almost towards the end of Newport, end of Wales, up mid Wales, thinking that one end of mid Wales here, Aberystwyth is right the other end. You go outside of mid Wales into England, and then the train goes across back into Aberystwyth. It takes hours and hours. And Aberystwyth is only about 50 miles from Swansea, for example. So it only takes less than an hour to get to Cardiff from Swansea. So you can see the problem there. So yes, train is not a way to get into Wales unless you're on that narrow strip at the bottom. Swansea, Neath, Port Talbot, Cardiff, Newport. Other than that, not good. Get the bus or get a car. And number 26, don't ask us why we love being Welsh so much. The list is endless. It is. I love being Welsh. I'm sure a lot of you who watch this are Welsh and love it as well, being Welsh. And this was a nice little article. It did contain a few things that I haven't talked about before, which was great. Some things that we have. But it was a nice way of going about the article, I think. It wasn't just listing things. It actually told a little story. So I like that. Well, if you like this video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see all of our videos, you can subscribe. And if you want to be notified about every video that comes up, why not click the notification button, the little bell. If you'd like to support what we are doing here, you can go to learnwelshpodcast.co.uk or patreon.com/learnwelsh. And either way, whichever way you support us, you'll get lots of extra learning materials, including a new video that's just come out, specially for members, which is where I teach you how to sing the Welsh national anthem. So if any rugby fans here and you want to be able to sing along at the Wales matches, then I will teach you in a video how to sing it. And that's over at Learn Welsh Podcast and Patreon. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been brilliant being here with you, and I'll see you again soon. Hwyl fawr. Bye.